All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and we are back with another live game reaction. This time, the Tennessee Titans head to Indianapolis to face the blue and white, the Colts. And yeah, I've already got my preview down. If you watched it, you know this game is expected to be a huge blowout, but it is a divisional game. And every team is an NFL team. So, you know, any given Sunday. But let's just hope that we can come out of this as some of the guys here talking, speed here, no injuries. That's all we need. There's a reason why we don't want injuries. Let's look at the Titans, for instance. We can look at the inactives for the Tennessee Titans, right? No Calvin Ridley, no Arden Key, no Blake Hans, no Brandon Crenshaw-Dixon, Bryce Oliver. And then biggest and most importantly, no Big Jeff Simmons. That's devastating. Absolutely devastating for this Tennessee Titans team, who the only key to winning this game was to stop the run and get to the quarterback. And they lose by far their best guy at doing both. Okay. So that's not a good situation. While we're here, I want to go ahead and look at the Indianapolis Colts inactives for this game. And newsflash. Wow. Am I missing something? Because I don't see where they posted it. I did see earlier that a certain somebody was going to be playing today. There we are. There's my inactives. Ebukam, obviously, inactive due to injury. DJ Giddens is inactive, but a healthy scratch due to the fact that Goodson is back. Tyquan Lewis, another injury. He's not going to be playing. Ruben Lowry, the safety. Will Mallory. Chad Muma, and Luke Tenuta. Now, did you see that A.D. Mitchell was not on the inactives? He is absolutely active, even with a healthy wide receiving room. That spells news that the Indianapolis Colts may be leaning towards possibly giving him some snaps today. Give him a chance to earn back that trust that was lost a few weeks ago. I do want a quick shout out, all right, because my man, there we go, my man Hermit here in the link used the link in the description, and the one that should be going down across the bottom of the screen but isn't right now. As you can see, let me hide that. There we go. He says, your post-game video analysis is the most understandable of anyone on the net, especially Orlovsky. Now, my analysis for games, pre and post-game, and my film rooms, I do them in a way where the average NFL fan, even someone who's never even watched the game, should be able to understand. Okay? That's my goal, is that someone who's never even watched football, don't even understand sports, if they come in and watch, they at least get a basic understanding of what I'm trying to say. All right. Now, I may throw in a couple terms here and there that, general people, may or may not know, but I'll explain that a lot of times as well, throughout the video so that they can catch up. So I appreciate the $10 donation in the tip jar. Let me go ahead and drop that real quick right here. The link is also in the description. Thank you, Hermit, for that donation. We can see a couple people in here. I want to shout out everybody that's already in here. Speed's in here. What up, Val? What's going on? Paul's in here. Scott. I see Scott. We got Scooth of the Wrathchild, which if I remember correctly is Scott. Wiley, what's up? Larry's in here. My wife is in here. What up, hon? How you doing? She is in Kokomo right now watching the grandchildren. So what's going on, babe? All right. Can you see Riley playing today in garbage if there is some? That's a great question, Wiley, and I'll get into that in a little bit. All right. That is a really, really good question. Man X is in here. What up? I think we should keep the ball on the ground and control the clock. Let's go. Obviously, that's the plan, but come on. If the Titans start loading the box, hey, you throw the football. All right. If they load in the box, you take what the defense gives you. Period. End of story. That's how I look at it. You move the ball however the defense dictates. Let them dictate. We have the offense to let the defense dictate what we do. And if they're going to leave one-on-ones for every receiver, take advantage of that. I mean, that's just me. What's going on, Tony? All right. Daniel's in here. What up, Dan Hackelman? All right. So my biggest thought process about this game is the fact that, last time we manhandled the Titans. They had 6 points all the way up to garbage time, right? It was like 40-20 is what the score was or something like that. And it was like 40-6. And then we put our backups in. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do the same thing this game, but this team is legitimately worse than what we played earlier. But this team also, new head coach, right? Got an interim head coach in right now. And they played us already once. So they kind of know what to expect. Not that that's going to help them, but, they've already played us one time. So that's something in their pocket that they can go on. No, Jalen Jones is still on IR. He's been practicing, but he's still on IR. They haven't released him from IR yet, as far as I know. Once they do, then they've got like 10 days to activate or something like that. I think the point differential will be well over 100 after this game. Oh, that's great. Wiley's with the fantasy question. Who's going to lead the Colts in receiving yards and touchdowns? And I'm telling you what, that is a great question because we have so many guys that we could throw the football to, including Jonathan Taylor. Let's not forget that. All right. But Tyler Warren, Pittman, Downs, who's back. Yay. Alec Pierce. Dude, I don't see if they're going to load the box, bring a safety up and load the box. I'm going to Alec Pierce all day, every day. Okay. Give him the ball. I trust him one-on-one. Absolutely downfield more than anyone else. Now, Pittman is a big number two, okay? Because we've seen what Pittman can do. Screw one-on-one, 3-on-1, okay? With his helmet being ripped off. But I still think Alec Pierce is the guy. But hey. Oh, you got trouble with your furnace. Okay, well, I don't even have heat right now. My gas has been turned off. Plus, my furnace went bad last winter, at the end of last winter. I still got to buy a $150 part to get that sucker fixed. Plus, I don't have my gas turned on. So I got to reactivate my gas bill, pay that off, and then fix my furnace. and I'm in northern Indiana. So yay. Well, not northern, north middle. But anyhow. But yeah. I want to get back to that question earlier. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I get back to that question, we got ourselves another donation I gotta bring up. All right. We know who that is, right, Josh? Cutting out the middleman. Drop the $10 into the tip jar. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. The question that was in there earlier, it was talking about, if we do go up by big in the fourth quarter, right? Will we see Riley? I'd love to see Riley, okay, in the fourth quarter. But first, you got to be up big. I mean, big. And I'm not expecting that. I mean, I'm expecting the Colts to win. And I'm expecting it not to be close. I'm expecting this to be at least a 2-score game. I mean, there's a reason why it's a 15.5-point betting differential right now. Okay. Once they found out Jeff Simmons isn't playing, it went up 1.5 points over one player. One player making that big of a difference in the betting that's not a quarterback is huge. That tells you how important Jeff Simmons is to this defense. Okay. But no, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But if we do get that kind of a lead, absolutely, we put our second team in, like the entire second team, which means our cornerbacks damn near be the same, right? But yes, get them as much playing time as possible. Look what extra playing time last year did, right? For Gonzalez and the center and the guard. Because this year they're playing lights out because they had playing time as rookies last year. Now that Fries and Kelly are off in Minnesota, prayers up for Kelly. He's on IR. I think he's done for the season due to his injury. And without him beside him, Fries isn't doing the greatest right now. But yeah, get playing time, get that experience. That's very helpful. But I don't want them to see that happen unless we're at least 3, maybe 4 scores up in the fourth quarter. Right? That's how I'm looking at it. Paul, rumor mill, Colts wants to sign Daniel Jones to a long-term extension. They've wanted to do that for a long time. And wow, Ben, I've known for a couple weeks now that they were sold on Daniel Jones, all right, and wanted to extend him. And I would absolutely extend him. However, expecting an extension before the season, like halfway through the season, they'd have to literally cancel his contract, pay it out, and sign a new one. Okay? That's the problem. Because of the rules from the last CBA is you cannot adjust a contract the year that contract was made. All right. So since this is a 1-year contract, he'd literally have to be a quote unquote free agent for a split second for them to give him a brand new contract before the end of the year. But so I don't expect that to happen. I do expect them to definitely get him signed, as Wiley here says, in the offseason. And I don't think I don't think Daniel is even going to entertain other teams, because the simple fact of the matter is he knows he's good. The Colts are going to give him money, and he knows he plays well here in Indy. And he knows the fan base likes him. All right. He's not going to leave this really good job that he has, whom he has won over the fan base, who literally 90% of the fan base, I would say, was rooting against him when he signed. Now he has 95% of the fan base on his side. All right. Plus, he knows he is very successful with this team. I don't think he entertains anyone else as long as the Colts are within a ballpark of what him and his agent wants. All right. I really don't, because there's no telling how he will play elsewhere, because he can walk right back into a similar situation that he had with the Giants. You know, he knows he's successful here. So I don't see it. I don't see the Colts losing any kind of any chance at re-signing him. Absolutely, Speed. Absolutely. All right. So 24 of you in here, guys. If you have not done so yet, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time I go live or upload a video. And share this with your favorite social media, friends, family, whatever. You know, help me get the word out. I'd appreciate it. Let's see if we can't get 100 likes this game. Or, yeah, throughout this whole stream. We've been averaging about 50. I'd like to get more than that. And the only way to do so is to hit that like button so that the likes and views are similar early on. That's what I'd appreciate. Hermit, I like Daniel Jones, but I prefer Burt Jones. You know what? A lot of people don't remember Burt Jones, and I'm going to let some people know. Burt Jones was before my time, but I watched a lot of games of him and film of him. Burt Jones was one of the 4 most athletic quarterbacks the league had ever seen, right? I mean, you had guys like John Elway and Steve, right, from the Niners, guys like that, Randall Cunningham, guys, you know, as the league went on, Burt Jones could absolutely move with that football. And, you know, he was one of the early founders of doing that. So it's a shame that he and his career ended way, way, way too soon. Way too soon. Yes, they did, Speed. Yes, they did. But well, I pushed the like button once. I didn't cancel out my like. Well, I'm glad about that, John. I'm glad about that. Oh, this is it's a game I'm a little worried about, like I said, but only because I know the Colts aren't going to overlook the Titans. I know that. But again, it's a divisional game. I'm always worried about divisional games. Even though the Colts have swept them the last 2 years, and this would be the 3rd year if they win today, I still worry about divisional games because they're just familiar with each other, right? Division opponents do not want to lose to other divisional opponents, even if they know they're not going to make the playoffs. They still want to play spoiler the best they can to other teams in the division. So I'm not writing the Titans off. I'm not. My prediction might say so, but that's just my prediction. That's not me saying that, you know, the Colts are guaranteed to win a game. And you know what? I don't think it's not about just dominating. They want to win. And they know now that they can never let off the pedal as an offense because they've been through, you remember the Vikings, the Cowboys, right? Those few years ago. They remember that. Most of these guys on this team remembers that. Daniel Jones, right? Last year watching the Giants, right? He's seen that game against the Colts at the end of the year. So, look, the Chargers game is the epitome of how to win a game that we saw last week. The offense never let up. The defense in the second half switched their philosophy. They're like, okay, the offense is going to continue to push down the field. Our job is not to necessarily get turnovers and stop this offense. Now it's to kill clock. So what if they walk down the field and score? We'd like to stop them, but the first foremost thing is to kill the clock and protect our lead so that we are guaranteed to win the game. That is how that shit works. Okay? That's how that philosophy is supposed to work. But it only works if your offense can continue to walk the field and score. It doesn't look great on a stat sheet, but it looks really good in the win-loss column. Okay? And that's why I'm saying. All right. Yep, absolutely, Wiley. So, time is it? 4:07. We got what? About when's this game starting in? Hey, let's go ahead and look at some of the scores from today, shall we? So, as a lot of you know, the Chargers whooped up on the Vikings Thursday night. They looked really good offensive. 37 points against that Vikings team. All right. They were lucky to score 24 against us. Lucky, in my opinion, because our defense went to, prevent. The Dolphins just beat the Falcons. A lot of people see that as a massive upset. The Ravens just beat the Bears, and I just watched a play off of that before I went live where I think it was Roma Dunze that caught the ball and got lit up along the sideline. And the defender, the Ravens corner, lowered his helmet, hit him. Helmet to helmet. Wasn't called. It was knocked the ball loose, right? And they were like, oh, that's not a catch, or, oh, it's a turnover. But they never even looked at the fact that the guy, it was helmet to helmet contact, and the guy lowered his head right before contact when initiating. That's a personal foul every stinking time. I don't understand why it wasn't called. Either way, Ravens finally get a plus in the W column with a win over the Bears. The Jets one-pointed the Bengals today. The Jets. Oh, my goodness. 77 points scored in that game. 39-38. What? 77-point game between the Jets and the Bengals. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Wow. The Bills just obliterated the Panthers, reestablishing their dominant offense, 40-9. And the Texans upset, in my opinion, the very injured 49ers team, 26-15. They're back on track. The Patriots blew out the Browns 32-13. I think it was a little closer early on because of the fact that the Browns defense was doing well, but then the Patriots just outran them. The Eagles beat the Giants fairly convincingly, even though Cam Scatterboo, pretty sure he's done for the season. All right. I'm not going to bring up a video. I'm not going to explain it. Let's just say he's got an ankle injury, and it's severe enough he'll never play again the rest of this year. He might even miss some of next year. Okay. We've seen injuries. I didn't even want to see the injury. All someone had to say was it was a very serious injury. But no, they had to play the stupid video. All right. And I watched it and I was like, ew, I don't want to see that anymore. 4:25. I got 15 minutes before the game starts. Guys, shout out. Appreciate each and every one of you again. But that is my breakdown of the 1 o'clock of the early games and Thursday night. Sometimes Jonathan Taylor can play violent, but I haven't seen an injury like that to Jonathan yet. Oh, that sucks, Wiley. That sucks. All right. Sorry. I was going through the chat from when I was going over the Colts stuff there. Or not the Colts stuff, but the NFL schedule. So let's have two predictions. One, who has a better game today? Jonathan Taylor or Daniel Jones? Now I know like initial view of the game, Jonathan Taylor should have a monster game today. However, as I said earlier, the Titans might be loading the box to stop him because Jeff Simmons. They might have the plan to force Daniel Jones to beat them. And if that happens, in my opinion, Daniel Jones might have a bigger day than Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan still might break 100 yards, a couple touchdowns, as Joe here says. No, he says that Michael Pittman will have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay. But I think Daniel Jones will probably have a bigger day because they're going to put so much effort into stopping Jonathan Taylor. Hermit says that Daniel will have over 300 yards today. That'd be nice to see. He's only done that, I think, once this year. Let's just make sure we don't have any turnovers, right? I mean, you got to remember a certain quarterback we played against last week had 420 yards, but he had 2 interceptions. Okay. I want to see 300 plus yards, no turnovers. I don't even care. A couple touchdowns would be nice too, but you know what I'm saying. I haven't started with the game predictions yet, Wiley, but I will here in just a moment. Does the Titans secondary really have anyone to stop Alec Pierce? So they do have a safety. Hold on. I'm going to go look at their secondary. Their secondary is not the best. But they do have a safety that's pretty good. But he's more, Amani Hooker. But Daryl Baker Jr. will probably be on Alec Pierce. Think about that. Daryl Baker Jr. will probably be lined up against Alec Pierce today. And he'll probably get a lot of one-on-ones against Alec Pierce today. That's my goodness. They do have Xavier Woods at free safety as well. But my. Roger McCreary's not that bad. Sam Womack. They have Sam Womack, Quandre Diggs, and Daryl Baker Jr. as corners. They've got Colts castaways at cornerback. Now, granted, Quandre Diggs is not a Colts castaway, but Womack and Baker are. Indy should tear this team up. At will. Whatever they choose to do, they should be able to do it. Well, I don't want to jinx the whole damn thing by not having this on today. I think everybody's going to have the Alpha X linebacker too. Did I look at that? I didn't see. Hold on. Oh, Jihad Ward. My goodness, he is still playing. I think he got his first sack last week. Jihad Ward. And Joe Bocci. Yeah, they picked him up. He ain't going to be playing today. He's like their third linebacker. But yeah. Oh. I just got a feeling that this entire Colts offense is going to eat today. If we don't have 450 yards of offense today, I'll be upset. Now, granted, the only failure would be an L on the win-loss column. But I'll be upset if we don't have at least 450 total yards. I do, Speed. However, it's not in here with me. My horseshoe is actually sitting right now. It is sitting beside my bed. Yep. That's where I placed it earlier. It's sitting beside my bed on my nightstand. Sorry, I moved it a couple weeks ago, actually, because I ran out of room in here. But it's near me, so still appreciate you, bud. 100%. I was so upset. Why would the Titans fans are a little split with Vrabel? I never understood it. Vrabel kept this team in it. Mike Vrabel kept this team in it because even, no matter what, the defense at least was always somewhat good, right? And they were like, well, they couldn't get us over the top. They couldn't get us past, this or that. Screw that. Go get a better GM than it's, for drafting and getting talent. Or, keep trying to get a right OC. But when it come to head coach, I thought Vrabel was good. Look what he's doing with the Patriots right now. The Patriots are out there just manhandling teams too. All right? Exactly, Joe. Amen, Hermit. It was just stupid. How do you fire Vrabel? That's just dumb. Just dumb. Oh, so I posted a question on X right before I got on here. I'm going to post it to you guys. I don't know how many of you play fantasy football. I do not. Okay. I understand how fantasy football works. I've just never played it. And there's a reason for that. And I'll explain that in a second. But those of you that play fantasy football, if on your drafted team, you have players starting on your fantasy team that are going up against your favorite team that week, do you root for that player to have a good game so that you can win in fantasy? That's my question. All right. I had a post. Someone answered that and said, I do as long, but I still want the Colts to win. Right. And my reply to that was, let me ban this user again. My reply to that was, if I have a bunch of friends at my house watching the Colts game, and let's say today, Titans Colts, right? Got a bunch of friends there, and we're all wearing Colts blue, right? And Cam Ward takes off with the football, runs down the sideline, 40 yards for a touchdown. And one of those friends jumps up and starts screaming, rooting him on the whole way down. I will very unpolitely ask that friend to leave. I don't care if he's on his fantasy football team or not. That'd be bullshit. Just straight up. I don't care. He could be my best friend. If he is rooting for the other team's player to score a touchdown while at one of my game at my house, he is out the door. I don't care. I understand fantasy football, but I would never root for the opposing. Look, there's players out there I like a lot. That have never played for the Indianapolis Colts, obviously. But I don't root for them to have a good game when they're playing against my team. I mean, come on. Amen. Amen. Hey, there's 40 of you in here now, man. If you haven't hit that like yet, please do so. I'd appreciate that a ton. We got about 4 minutes. Let me see if I can't get the game preview up and going yet. That's not what I'm looking for. All right, let's see if I can't get this to go. Well, that's Broncos too. Hopefully that's not playing. There. So kickoff is in 5 minutes, guys. Five minutes left. Let's drop those score predictions now. I've already stated what I feel like the score could be in this game. I've got 44-17 Colts. And I think at least 10 of those points come in garbage time for the Titans. 44-17. Josh sitting here with 33-17. Wiley already posted the 49-17. Looks like 17 is a similar. Yeah, best friend suspended for the day. Amen. Joe's got 31-20. I don't see him. Maybe garbage time stuff. I get that. All right. Hermit 35-10. Val's got 35-20. Appreciate you guys dropping in here and I love the fact that we're all very interactive with each other, right? I don't think a single person has a prediction under 30 for the Colts yet. Not a single person under 30 for the Colts. I mean, they're averaging 33 points a game or 34 points a game, something like that. And they're playing the Titans. I mean, that says a lot. Greg, Colts just need to take care of business. 42-10. Speed, a lot. That's great. They did, Joe, but they only had 6 points walking into garbage time in the fourth quarter. We gave up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter in garbage time. And I think for the meat of the game, the Colts give up 7 points, maybe, defensively, for the meat of the game. And then they give up some garbage time points. Not seeing TJ in here. Usually TJ's in here, but there's quite a few. Intercessor. There's a lot of you that ain't in here right now. Oh, well. There's someone that I hadn't seen. I was wondering also. Basil, what's up, man? Appreciate you being in here. I'm getting tired of banning people. Want to see JTT wreck out there today. I don't know if we're going to see JTT, but we should see a little bit with a couple guys. I mean, we will see him. I don't know how many snaps. But we definitely will see him with Samson and Taekwon out for the day. This is what? Four 4:30 games and this month. So that's good. Laquan, what's up? Yes. I appreciate that. I have. Thank you. It took me till Tuesday to feel right. And my boss let me have that Tuesday off just to make sure that I wasn't, passing it on to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I've already talked about that myself. I'm not going to look ahead to next week. I think next week is Pittsburgh, but I'm not going to look up because I'm focused on this game right here. We got to win this game, but I get where you're coming from, bud, Joe. 100% get where you're coming from. They absolutely need to have that flexed, but where are you going to put it, right? Because if I remember right, Sunday Night Football is really good, and I don't know if they're going to flex out to a Monday night, considering I think the Chiefs play Thanksgiving that Thursday. So I don't see unless they're going to have 2 Sunday Night Football games, which is possible. All right, so it looks like the Colts are going to get their ball first, which is awesome. What up, John Danemark? Colts are going to receive the ball first. Don't forget, if you haven't hit that like button, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. And if you'd like to donate or anything to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. It'll help me get my heat turned back on. You can use the link in the description. Obviously, it's just like a super chat. I bring it up, everything. Focus heavily. Here comes the kick. And if you want to use a YouTube super chat, that's also. They bobble the ball. He picks it up at the 3, gets to the 15, the 20, and then out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And that's Gould. That was a funky return right there. What's up, Josh? Chris Collinsworth. I hate Chris Collinsworth. All right. So the Colts are going to have the ball around 22, 23-yard line. Jonathan Taylor back there. Under center, tight formation, single setback at the 22. Man in motion is Downs. Hands the football off. Taylor cuts back inside. Spins around, breaks a tackle, gets past the 30, all the way down to the 34-yard line. Oh, my God, Taylor. Oh, he danced around in the pocket for a moment, then cut back inside, broke a tackle, broke another tackle, and then carried 4 guys for a couple extra yards. Wow. Good run by Jonathan Taylor. 1st and 10 at 34. Man in motion is Pittman. Shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Jones looking, got time all day. Quick throw, wide open is Alec Pierce all the way to the 48 of the Titans. Oh, my goodness. Telling you, keep an eye on Alec Pierce today. He burnt his guy bad. He made him fall down. All right. Under center, offset I formation at the 47. They got loading the box. He fakes the handoff. He looks, and he's going to throw at the sideline. Alec Pierce wants a holding call. He's saying, hey, he grabbed my jersey. That could explain why Pierce wasn't at the designated spot. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. But there is no flag on the play. Shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers to his left. Taylor, wide right. Here comes the blitz. Throws under the pressure. What a throw to Josh Downs with two guys bearing down on him unblocked. Pickup of at least 17 yards and a first down. Oh my goodness, White. Daniel Jones stood high in that pocket with two guys unblocked bearing down on him and delivered a rocket to Josh. Josh now on the sideline after that big catch. And the Colts have to call a timeout. That's interesting. They were down to 4 seconds left on the clock, the play clock, so that might have been what happened. But the Colts forced to burn a timeout early. I don't like that. That shows bad stuff, in my opinion. All right. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Greg. All right, 1st and 10. At the 29-yard line, offset eye formation. That's a dirty offset eye. Fakes the handoff. Should have handed it off. Oh, my God, he was wide open. High throw to Tyler Warren. Incomplete pass as the safety came down. He should have just handed that off because there was nobody there to stop Taylor. He still should have caught that, though. I think Warren should have had that football. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. And it was a little high. I think he jumped a little early. Shotgun. Taylor rolling out. Quick throw over the middle. Downs. Wow, what a second effort to get the first down. That's Josh first downs. Woo! The ball was thrown on a rocket in there. Caught the ball, nearly ripped out of his hands, still was able to keep his feet and dive forward for the first down. Josh Downs is wow. All right. Shotgun running back to his left. We're going to fake the end around. Doolin takes Doolin is going to take a freaking 12-yard loss. He should have just went forward instead of trying to take that in some funky decisions. Oh, man, the play was not there. All right. This was an interesting design, but the play was not there. It was a screen for Doolin, designed. But the guy got behind there. He should not have thrown that football in that direction. He should have just kept rolling out and going somewhere else. Doolin, after catching the football, definitely should have not have went backwards. 2nd down, 18 now at the 26-yard line. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Here comes the 5-man pressure. He's got all day. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking downfield. He's going to take off and gets back about to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and long upcoming. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Pearson motion, shotgun, running back to his right. Double split receivers. 3rd down, 19. Lost a yard on that play. Oh, my. Takes a snap. Got time. Pressure breaks down. He dumps it off, picks up 2 yards to Michael Pittman Jr. Here come the field goal unit. The Colts put themselves in a bad spot right there with that dueling play. That was basically like taking a sack. Worse than taking a sack, actually. And, yeah, that wide receiver screen should be scrapped. That definitely did not work. Bags out there getting ready to try a long field goal. On the left hash, ball's money right down the middle. Right down the middle. First drive ends in points. Look, that's how you do it. End your drives in points. Whether it's a touchdown, whether it's a field goal, doesn't matter. Always end in points. The Colts right now lead the NFL with a ridiculous 62% point conversion rate per drive, which is stupid. And Sierra, I agree, but they brought a lot. There was a lot where, and I said this before the stream. Absolutely said this before the stream that they might. Okay, so first off, the Colts pass to set up the run. That's their entire mentality. They pass to set up the run. The Titans came in loading the box early, dropping a safety down. So obviously you're going to snap out. There was one option play that I feel like he should have handed it off to Taylor because he would have had 20 yards plus on the run. But is what it is. Is what it is. We still got the lead, though. As Steichen says, he wants to pass the score, run to win. He wants to pass early downs, early in the game, to run the score up, and then kill clock in the second half by running the football. That's what he wants to do. Pass the score, run to win. But sometimes you just need to run the football, period. That's interesting. We'll see if we get a turnover. I don't know if we will, but Colts game. Daniel Jones was 5 of 7, 42 yards. Jonathan Taylor had 1 carry for 12 yards. Downs had 2 carries, 29 yards. Or 2 catches, not 2 carries. All right, here comes the kickoff. Baxley's going to drop it at about the 7-yard line. He's going to take it to 15, 20, cut upfield, 24, and then runs out of bounds around the 30. So that was a win on the Colts special teams right there. And now we get to see our defense out there play. There's a flag, though, so I guess we're not. Of course, our special teams will probably get flagged for that, unless there's a holding call on the return, which is the most common penalty on special teams, kick returns, punt returns. But they're discussing a lot for it to be a hold. Blindside block, personal foul on the return. Wow, that's a 15 yards. That'll drop them all the way back to the 15-yard line. Wow. Wow. Oh, yeah, he lit Ashton Newland up. 11th in points scored. Yes, Greg. Under center is Ward. Single setback, big formation. Double wing. They're going to toss sweep to the right. Colts looking. They ain't having none of that. That's a tackle by Quiddy Pay right there for about a foot-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Colts defense read that toss sweep easy. Well, I hope Doolin's okay, Wiley. There was no game stoppage for an injury, so. 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right. At the 14.5-yard line. Here comes pressure. Oh, he's beat immediately. Dumps the ball. That's got to be intentional grounding. DeForest Buckner had him wrapped up in the back. Was there a guy there where he threw the football? Because DeForest Buckner had him dead to rights. Oh, there was a guy there. Tight end. Okay. 3rd down and 10 upcoming. Yeah, I like those white uniforms the Colts cheerleaders have. That's nice. That's nice. Shotgun running back to his right. 3 receivers to his left. Tight end to his right. Takes snap. 4-man pressure. Up the gut. Throws over the middle. It's caught. Big time catch. All the way down to the 38-yard line. 1st down. What a throw right there. Got them out of a hole. Don't like that. Why is it that on 3rd and long we give up 1st downs more than, it seems like more than any other team in the NFL? Under center. Double wing formation, single setback at the 36-yard line. They're going to hand the football off. He's got a big-ass hole to run right up the gut, and he's got a 1st down pickup of 11. All the way down to the 48-yard line. And that's Pollard. We had a defensive lineman that was blocked 10 yards down the line. That was not good. He was just getting dog walked. Under center, single setback at the 47. Tight formation, man in motion. Takes snap. They're going to hand the ball off again. Another hole there. This time, Grover Stewart met him right at about 2 yards. He's going to pick up 3 to close to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and long upcoming. All right. 2nd and 8. Short 8. Bunch to the right, man in motion, single setback under center, takes a snap, hands the football off to the running back, and he's caught from behind by Pratt. He gets about 1.5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6 upcoming. All right, big 3rd down for the Indianapolis here. Again, 3rd and long. 3rd down and 6. Just past the 50. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Colts send everybody. And he's sacked. Is that Latu with the sack? Kenny Moore came in and ran Ward right into Latu's arms. There you go. Kenny Moore came in, forced him up, and Latu just reached out and sacked him. I think it's a tie between. I think they're going to split that between Moore and Latu. I think they're going to share that sack. Good sack right there to force the punt. Here comes the punt. Gould chases it down to the 6. He's going to cut to the right. He's got some open space in front of him. 15, 20, 25, out of bounds around the 28-yard line. Good job by Gould on that return. Great job by Gould on that return. Look, I'll tell you what, Lou Anarumo actually is known for using corner blitzes, and Kenny is really good at corner blitzing. So, absolutely, I'd like to see that more often. I'm not sure. That should be a split sack, though. I'm going to look at it in the stat line. Real quick. See if it's in the stats yet. They gave the full sack to Latu. So that's good. Not for Kenny, but. All right. So the Colts are going to take over. Look, I'm thinking Doolin and Gould are both good returners. And the new guy, the running back, right? He showed what he could do, right? So last week against the Chargers. Did they split it? Because I'm seeing. Yes, they finally split it. I thought they should have. First, they gave it straight to Latu. Now it's split, Kenny and Latu. Yes, you're right. Thanks, Wiley. Because I felt like it should have been split. All right. Second drive for the Indianapolis Colts will be coming up here shortly. See how this works out. Hopefully looks better than what we did last drive with that one play that lost a lot of yardage. I don't see – he lost 8 yards, man. And that put us in a big hole. All right, Jones, shotgun. Running back is Taylor to his left. Man in motion is Downs. Takes the snap. We're going to hand the football off. Taylor just going to run hard right up the gut. Picks up 4. Second down and 6 upcoming as he crossed the 30. The Broncos are ahead of the Cowboys right now, 7-3. Wow. I actually expected the Cowboys to win that game, but Broncos do have a good defense. Shotgun, running back to his right. Downs in motion again. Takes a snap. We're going to hand the ball. No, we're not going to hand the ball off. We're going to fake the handoff. And he's fighting as Pittman is just a yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Pittman was fighting all he had to try to get that extra yard, but could not do it against 2 defenders. I thought it was a handoff. Pittman on the sideline now. With Downs, it looks like. We're going to run 12 formation, 21 formation. Yeah, oh yeah, big form, right wing formation. Shotgun, running back to his right. Now we're going to step out. He's going to go under center. We're going to take the handoff. Taylor's just going to burrow right down, get the first down. Right between Nelson and Bortolini. And that's a first down pickup of 2. I went straight to iced tea today rather than coffee. I had my coffee. I've been up since like 7 this morning. So, all right. 40 of you in here. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Under center, single setback. Mo in motion. Takes a snap, rolls out to his right. Got room, got time. He's just going to take off, take the edge, and pick up about 3. It'll be second down and 7 upcoming. Jones just tucked the ball and ran. Apparently there wasn't nobody there, so he just ran with the football. I have no problem. That's another beautiful thing about having Daniel Jones. He can move with the football, and he knows how to get out of bounds. He's not going to take those unnecessary shots the way that Anthony Richardson did. He's got the experience to know how to do that. Second down and 7, under center, single setback. Downs in motion. We're going to hand it off again. Taylor, big hole, past the 50, cuts back inside, all the way down to the 43-yard line, first down. Woo! Jonathan Taylor hit that hole like a cannon. Oh, my goodness. I mean, he just blew right by that. Made the linebacker miss with the first little cut in the hole. Picked up a nice 15-yard gain. First down and 10. Shotgun, takes a snap, looks around, under pressure, throws over to... Oh, what a catch! What a catch at the 29 by Tyler Warren. Oh, my. Daniel Jones threw that ball beautifully just over the defender's hands. He placed that right between the linebacker and the safety. And Tyler Warren did everything he could to come down with that football. Protected it, protected himself. Wow, that was just beautiful. That's a big-time throw. Under center, single setback, hands the... Oh, my God, what a hole. Another 11-yard run by Taylor. My goodness, that hole was so big. A whole convoy of semis could have went through that side by side rather than back to front. That hole was massive. Wow. Wow. Taylor didn't know which direction to go because the hole was so big. All right. First and 10 at the 19. Shotgun, running back to his right. Split receivers. Takes the snap. We're going to hand the ball off again. He's got room. Cuts in and out. He's gone. Gone. That's a touchdown. Yup. 19-yard scamper by Jonathan Taylor. And he just juke left, juke right, gone. Turned on. That was a beautiful, that's a highlight run right there by Jonathan Taylor. My goodness. This move by Taylor was, and he used Mo Alley blocks so well. He set up Mo Alley Cox to get the block so he could take off. That's huge. Kick is up. It's good. 10-0. Wow. Well, you guys asked where the running game was and why Jonathan Taylor wasn't carrying the football. The boy right now is 6 carries, 62 yards. That's over 10 yards a carry and a touchdown in the first quarter. Needless to say, they went back to JT on that drive. Oh, my goodness. Larry in here won't know how many touchdowns he's going to get. Well, that's 12 now on the season for Jonathan Taylor. He did miss a pass earlier in this game. He mistimed the jump a little bit, and it went off his fingers. Now, it's not a drop because the defender was right there, and it was really high. So it's not a drop by any means. But it was a pass he probably could have caught. Jonathan Taylor, I think, is on track for 27 touchdowns total. All right, here's the kickoff. Returns it from the 3, gets to the 20, 25, bounces off his own blocker and falls down, crossing the 30. Had he kept his feet, he probably could have probably took that all the way for a touchdown, but he bounced off his guy and fell down. And yes, that is his last name. But that is, they call him DK. All right, Ward under center. Single setback, tight end in motion. 3 guys to his right at the 31. That's the handoff to the running back. Pay meets him. He's going to pick up about 4 on the carry, though, to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 upcoming. You notice Jonathan Taylor now doesn't drop the football. He carries that sucker. He specifically has a touchdown celebration. The little hop dance that he's got all the way out the back of the end zone with the football in his hand. He doesn't drop that sucker no more, right? I think he designed that in the offseason to make sure that ball does not come out of his hands. All right, guys, do me a solid. Let's not forget, no spoilers, okay? Shout out 48 of you in here. Please smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. Also, again, don't forget I have a merch shop. Go check that out as well. A little more than 3 plays? Okay. Sorry, bud. Nothing I can do about it. Right now, I'm looking at a really short comedian talking in a commercial who I don't think is all that funny, but, you know, a lot of people do. He does have some funny jokes, but I don't think he's as funny as what a lot of people say. Oh, Ghosts are coming back? Great. I love that TV series. Love the TV series Ghosts. I'm glad it's coming back. 50 of you in here now. Appreciate each and every one of you. Josh, what's up, man? I'd appreciate the 50 burger before halftime. Thank you. We got 51 in here right now, so I got you, Scott. I appreciate it. I have a Colts hat. I've just been wearing this one to honor my father who passed away 3 years, who got me into enjoying football. And it's the closest thing I have to a Daniel Jones hat. So I've been wearing this one. And it seems to have been lucky because I've been wearing it since week 1. So, yeah. But I do have a Colts beanie. Oh, a Colts hat? I can design some. I have Colts Law hats. All right, shotgun. Running back, single setback behind him. Takes a snap. 4-man quick dump off. He's got that plus a bunch, 20 yards at the 45-yard line of the Colts. 1st and 10. That was a big yards after catch right there by DK. Oh, P-Drag. Yeah, the UK version. I watched that first. But I don't think they even have any new episodes for that one anymore. I think they quit. All right, shotgun pistol formation. At the 46. Takes a style. He bobbles it. And there's a... All right, he's going to take off. He's going to get out. Is that going to consider a sack? Blackman got him at the 50-yard line. That was a bad snap right there. I don't know if that's going to be considered a sack. That's a scramble. It was a bobbled snap. Ward was trying to hand it off. That was just a busted play right there. 2nd down and 13 upcoming. Shotgun. Colts got everybody on the line of scrimmage. At the 49, 2nd down 13. They're only sending 4. He's got daylight. He throws across the middle. He's not going to get the 1st down. Pratt got a hand on the guy. Franklin's trying to rip the ball out. He's short by about 5 yards for a 1st down, though. Oh, that is a fumble. That was a fumble. Did the Titans get the ball back? That was a forced fumble by Zaire Franklin. Titans must have got the ball back. Shotgun, 3rd down and 6. Man in motion. Takes a snap. 3-man rush. And Pay missed the sack. But he's definitely not getting a 1st down there. There's a flag in the backfield. Pay had him, but missed the sack. There is a flag. He's short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 3 as it stands. Offset rule, holding on the offense, holding on the defense. They're going to replay the down because of offsetting penalties. Quiddy Pay missed the sack. Could have been because of the hold. But then you had offensive holding by the safety, number 43. Here we go. Shotgun, empty backfield. 4 receiver. Okay, running back comes back to him. Spears has got the 1st down and way more. 20, 15, 10, 5, 1 yard line. That was a garbage-ass defensive effort right there. The blocking downfield for them was great. I will give them that. But that was garbage-ass. Cam Bynum saved the touchdown. But it's 1st and goal at the freaking 1 yard line. I almost dropped it. Larry, I don't think it looks bad. It's just that play was bad. They're getting pressure on Ward too, which is good. But that play right there was bad. They've had 2 plays this drive. Big plays that shouldn't have been big plays. I think the Colts were in man coverage, and that's why that play succeeded, because no one had their heads turned around to come up and get the stop. Oh, I think that might have been a touchdown. I think the ball was across the pylon, honestly, before his foot came down out of bounds. I agree, Sierra. I'd love to see at least Ward. At least Ward. All right. First and goal at the 1. Power, big power formation. They're gonna fake the toss sweep. Touchdown, tied in. Gunnar Helm got the touchdown. And the Titans trying to make this a 3-point game. We had Latu covering him. Latu. And Latu, yeah. Latu was lost in coverage. And it's a 3-point game. That was just a bad defensive series by the Colts. I think Indy could do better. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the Titans' only score before halftime. Indy needs to come down and score a touchdown right here to answer that, though. Absolutely. No question in my mind that's something that needs to be done. I do have a snack sitting here beside me. Oh, got some cinnamon Persians. Granted, they don't have any nuts on them. But yay. In case I need something for my stomach. I agree with you. We need to run the football. I mean, we're doing okay offensively, right? I mean, Jones is 7-9, 62 yards. Taylor's got 6 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. Jones has got a couple carries, right? Or 1 carry for 3. I mean, we're doing all right. Cam Ward is 4 of 5, 80% completion percentage, 47 yards and a touchdown. Tajay Spears is averaging 41 yards a carry. Tony Pollard is averaging 4 yards a carry. That's nuts. Now, granted, Tajay Spears only has 1 carry, but still, he's averaging 41 every time he touches the football. Are we in the second quarter? Here comes the kickoff. He's going to take it at the 7, 20, 25, lowers his shoulder, gets to the 29. And we are in the second quarter, so let me change that banner. Agreed, Man X. Agreed. Shotgun. Running back to his left. Downs in motion. Takes the snap. Takes the handoff. Quick throw over the side. That's Pittman for 10 yards and a first down. All right, here we go. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left in the half. Under center, Downs in motion, single setback, takes a snap, hands it off. Taylor bounces it to the outside, picks up 3, gets to the 42-yard line. Second down and 7 upcoming. What up, KDC City? Taylor on the sideline now. At the 42, shotgun, running back to his left. We got split receivers. 950, takes a snap. Here comes 4-man rush, throws over the middle. Michael Pittman Jr. Wow. The ball bounced up in the air, and there was 3 defenders around him, and still he somehow come down with it. Wow. Great job by Pittman to come down with that football. That ball went 10 yards up in the air and still just followed it, tracked it. 5 yards. And came down with it. At the 44-yard line, shotgun, split receivers, running back to his left. Takes a snap, 7-step drop, quick dump off to the running back. He's going to cut inside, pick up 3, maybe 4. And that's Abdullah. Got a little bit of speed to him. Abdullah now coming back out. Taylor, I think, is coming back in. Second down and 7 upcoming. Shotgun, running back to his right. Split. Now Pittman in motion. Takes the handoff. Quick dump. That's Tyler Warren. Screen. He's got all day to run. And he just slides down at the 20. I think he might have lost his footing. I think he was trying to make a move and slipped. I think the turf tackled. That was a big 20-yard run right there with a guy way out. Yeah, he tried to cut and slip. Wow. It was a good tight end screen right there at the 21-yard line. Shotgun. Running back to his right. Takes a snap. Taylor cuts outside. He's going for the money's ball. Pittman caught that son of a bitch in the end zone. There's a flag for pass interference, but Pittman, I don't know how the hell he come down with that. He reached around one-handed, grabbed it, and pulled it back in, it looked like. Oh, my goodness. That's a highlight catch. Wow. He did. That's exactly what he did. He just reached around with the guy on his shoulder and just muscled it back in. That's a highlight catch right there. Wow. Hell of a catch by Michael Pittman Jr. I said the Colts need to walk down the field and score. Answer that. And so far, they're 100% on scores on the drives. 17-7. The highest score percentage in the NFL. Wow. Wow. Great job. But Michael Pittman makes those kind of weird ass catches like on a consistent basis, right? Like helmet gets ripped off. Remember that catch for a touchdown against the Niners in the monsoon? That was stupid, right? Heck, Michael Pittman, as much as I love to talk about Jonathan Taylor being a hard-nosed player, Michael Pittman Jr. is the toughest player on this team. And he's a wide receiver. I'm not saying he's the strongest and the most, just pound for pound, Pittman is the toughest player on this team. The Indianapolis Colts have 3 drops the entire season. 3 drops the whole season. So far, through 8 games now. That's pretty impressive. Honestly, doesn't really matter about AD Mitchell being benched or not benched. You got to think about this. Who's he going to start over? He's not starting over Michael Pittman. He's not starting over Alec Pierce. And he's not starting over Josh Downs. Right? So, yeah, that's what I was saying. Pound for pound, I feel like he's the toughest guy on the team. I mean, Q's got like twice his weight on him or something. So, all right, here comes the kick. Take it at the 5, gets to the 20, 25, pushed out of bounds around the 31-yard line. And what's funny, Sierra, is this time last year, there were people out there saying there was no talent on this team. Had nothing to do with how much talent was on the team. It's just how much talent was at a position, right? All right, under center, Colts got 5 guys on the line, 6 guys on the line. Here comes the fake on the run, and we got a man burrowing down, and that's an incomplete pass. Colts sent 6 guy blitz right there. All right. Number 74, Nankani, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. He's been in there on this drive. He's the one that was adding pressure. Shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers to his left. At the 31-yard line. Takes a snap, 4-man run. It's a screen, and he is blasted after a 2-yard gain by Zaire Franklin. And we're going to get a flag on this play. And is it going to be a defensive or offensive? They're talking to Shane. So they might be asking him whether he wants to accept it or not. If they're talking to him. That might be on the offense. Offensive pass interference, which was declined. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yard and a half. So, I'm sorry. Second down and 20. They decided to accept it because it was a 10-yard penalty. That's smart. No, it does not, Scott. Good question. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right at the 21-yard line. That might be a. Did he encroach? I don't see a flag. All right, good. I was afraid there might have been an encroachment. No encroachment called. It was a quick pass for his gain of 6, 3rd down and 14 upcoming. On 3rd and long, he almost never blitzes, Lou. Almost never blitzes on 3rd and long. He is this time. Everybody and their mom's coming. They're going, oh my God, he's wide open, and he overthrew him. The Colts got luckier than, oh my goodness. There was a horseshoe shoved right up Lou Anarumo's butt on that play. Because Ward had his guy wide open downfield. And Ward just overshot him. Here comes the punt. There's the punt. He takes it at the, oh, nice little cut move. He's gone. 37-yard line. Gould takes it. And it's funny because I just said that he almost never blitzes. Almost never blitzes on 4th down or 3rd and long, and then he blitzed. What up, Jeremy? Appreciate you being a member, guy. And congratulations on your house. I remember from last week you telling me that. Shout out members, as everybody knows, gets early access to all my videos. It could be a couple hours. It could be a day. Just depends upon what the video is and when it comes out. Now we just got to walk down the score again. Walk down, score again. Oh, you're good, man, Jeremy. Shoot. You're a real life friend. I mean, I've known you for, what, 15 years now? You ain't got to be a member, but I appreciate it. And I'll be honest with you, I think on that play, the reason that guy was open was because there was bunched receivers, 3 of them right there. And I think it was zone defense, from what I could tell. And I think that was the reason why there was confusion on who was getting the deep guy at that time. Because there was 3 receivers down there. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look at the tape. But if it was zone at that point, I would understand why Franklin let up a little bit at the end there. Because there's no way that Franklin was expected to defend the deep if it was zone. Now, if it was man, he should have been running stride for stride. But if that was the case, why the hell is Franklin on wide receivers? Okay? Like when he was with Ladd McConkey, amazingly, he was able to break that pass up in the end zone last week against Ladd. But on this one, there's no reason why he should be on wide receivers, period. All right, Colts take over. Under center takes the snap. We're going to hand. Oh, nope. Fakes the handoff. Quick dump off. And it's incomplete pass to Michael Pittman Jr. Daniel with a new membership. Getting a couple members real quick. Thank you, Daniel. Shout out. Appreciate you. It's going to be 2nd and 10 after that incomplete to Michael Pittman because of the pressure in his face right there. Shotgun, running back to his right. Now he moves him wide left. He's going to come back. 3 receivers to his left. Running back to his right. At the 37. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. He's going for deepness. He overthrew Alec Pierce. It's 3rd down and 10 upcoming. He overthrew Alec Pierce by 10 yards. Look at that. Daniel Jones is human. Pierce had him beat. Oh, he overthrew him by 5. Pierce didn't look up soon enough, I don't think, to track the ball anyhow. I think that was the situation. Shotgun. 3rd down and 10 at the 37. Same lineup as last time. Here comes the safety blitz. He's going to take a sack. That wasn't safety. It was a corner blitz. Came in unblocked. Unblocked. Corner blitz. Got the sack. And I'll tell you what. Good on Daniel Jones for taking that sack. We got a punt. Here comes the punt. Fair catch at the 22. That was a good sack that he took. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. He didn't try to throw the ball under pressure. End up, possibly giving a turnover or something like that. You notice he started to throw, then he just tucked it and took the sack. Good on him. Yeah. Well, it's donating to YouTube, and I think I get 70% of YouTube memberships. So yes, absolutely, Daniel. I only get 50% of YouTube super chats, but I think I get 70% of YouTube memberships. So I'm good with you know what? That's still, the Colts are what? 3 of 4 on drive so far in this game. That's 75% score percentage. I'm good with that. 75% score percentage all day. But no, score percentage. They kicked a field goal on the first drive and scored 2 touchdowns. So 3 of 4 score percentage. I'm not saying touchdown percentage, scoring percentage. And they lead the league at 63 per 63, 60. Yeah, I think it's 63% now. At this point, it was like 61.7% before the game started. They're probably at about 63% now. And when I say lead the league, I mean like it's the highest in the last 20 years, right? In score percentage. That was the first time. Oh, I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get it now because I posted on Twitter earlier that Daniel Jones had yet to be sacked on 3rd down. And they said, what are you doing? You're going to jinx it. Well, it happened this game. It couldn't last the whole season. That's obvious. Come on, guys. Under center, single setback. They hand the football off. He's going to cut inside, outside, then inside. He's going to pick up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. So people are going to say I jinxed it. I don't believe in jinxing. I just knew it wasn't going to last the whole season. Everybody knows that crap ain't going to last the whole season. Cowboys just scored a touchdown. 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Under center, single setback, tight end in motion. Double wing. Colts send 6. And doing so, the guy picks up another 4. Buckner with the tackle. 3rd down and short upcoming. I don't believe in jinxes. Never have. But I did own the fact that I had posted that. I just don't believe in jinx or luck. All right, shotgun, running back to his right. Split receiver, stacked to his right. 3rd and 3. Takes a snap. It's a blitz. Oh, what a catch. To the 46-yard line. Zaire Franklin coming on hard. Ward with the throw under pressure towards the sideline. How much time before half? 3:33. All right. At the 46, under center, single setback, left wing formation, stacked to the right. Now tight end in motion. Fakes the handoff all day. He's going to step up into the pocket. Ward gets tackled after a pickup of about 8. 2nd down and 2 upcoming as he ran the ball right up the gut. Grover Stewart lost his footing on a double team and fell down. He had pressure on him. Ward juked the shit out of Latu. Under center, single setback, tight formation. Takes a snap. They're going to hand the ball off, but he's met in the backfield this time. This time, Big Grove did not lose his footing and got the tackle for a loss of a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd and mid. Grover wasn't having it two plays in a row, I'll tell you that much. 3rd down and 4. Under center. Single setback, tight to the right. And they are going to, it goes to a 2-minute warning. Shout out each and every one of you that's in here. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do so. I really hope the Colts can get a defensive stop here. Because like I said, I don't want them to have more than 7 points this half. Especially with the Titans getting the ball to start the second half. We're only up 2 scores. We need to run the football more. What's funny is we don't have that much offense right now, right? I think the Titans might have more yardage than we do. No. We're beating them by 50 yards. 188 to 134. We'll go through all that later, obviously. But last couple drive or not, well, the Titans have had 2 good drives, this being a third one, where they picked up some yardage. But this might be a rare game where the Colts actually have to play the whole game against the Titans. Colts looking to make this the 3rd straight season of sweeping the Titans. Jonathan Taylor historically has big games against the Titans, and I think he needs to be fed more. Colts looking defense, looking at a 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down here. 2-minute warning. I think the Titans are in the red zone. Or not red zone, but in scoring position for a field goal. But we need a stop. Oh, no, they're not in field goal position. They're at the 48. Shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers to his left. Takes a snap. Colts sending a blitz. No pressure. Sack! Oh! Quiddy, pay! Quiddy, you what? How many times have I seen Quiddy get hands on a guy, just fall down and not get the sack? Now, it forced him to throw the ball away, which is going to make Tennessee punt. But that should have been a sack. That's the 2nd time Quiddy should have had a sack in this game. He just falls right off of him. I'm at the point now where I'm ready to move on from pay. Here comes the punt. Fair catch at the 15-yard line. I mean, we're getting the pressures, but we're not getting the sacks. We're just not coming down with them. We're getting sacks, or we're getting pressures. We're getting quarterback hits. But I can't tell you how many times guys have gotten hands on the guy and just not brought him down. He just fell off of him. It's unreal. That's what I'm sick of. The Colts lead the NFL in quarterback hits. Lead the NFL coming into this game. They should have way more sacks than what they currently have. Yeah, but look at the team they just came back and won on. I mean, come on. And if you hold any team to only 7 points and a half, you count that as a W, period, end of story. And that's what I said. My prediction was 44-17, and that the Colts would only give up 7 points maximum by halftime. That was my prediction for this game. If the Colts could score a touchdown or even a field goal, they score a field goal here. That'll put them at 20-7. Which will put them right on track for what my prediction is. A touchdown will put them dead on track. But that's a lot to ask for with only a minute so left in the half. And all the way down there deep in their own territory. Fakes the handoff, quick throw over the middle. That's Michael Pittman Jr. crossing the 30 for a first down. We got a minute 40 left in the half. Colts getting out there quick. 2 timeouts remaining. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Now he moves Jonathan Taylor out. He's going to take another sack. Come on. Come on, guys. It's 2nd down and 15. Come on, let's get this going. Line it up. 2nd and 16. We got a minute left. We can still make this happen. Come on. You ain't got to get all that chunk change. You got 2 timeouts. Shotgun. Split receivers. 4-man rush. Rolls out. And he throws it away. 3rd down and 16 upcoming. No one was open to throw the football to. That was the first time I think I've seen Daniel Jones shaken. Like he didn't know what to do. Like all year, I think that's the first time I've seen Daniel Jones shaken. The offensive line right now, the last couple drives, have not done a very good game. All right, 3rd down 16, shotgun. Takes a snap. They're just going to hand the ball off. And Taylor's going to get past the 30 to punt the ball. Titans called a timeout with 32 seconds left, 33 seconds left. We're going to punt it. We're going to hope that Rigo is able to flip the field here. Wow. Offensive line right now is not doing very well in pass protection. That, or quite frankly, the Colts right now, the play calling might not be good. They might be too many guys going deep. There was plenty of time with 2 timeouts. They didn't have to go deep. They could have just chunked the change all the way down. Standing at his own 17 is Rigo. There's the punt. What a high punt, and that goes out of bounds. Not his best punt. Not his best punt. $26 seconds left in the half. They got 1 timeout, the Tennessee Titans do. Let's get an interception here. They're going to try to get a big chunk yardage right here on this play. We need a pick. I will about put money we're only going to rush 2 and drop 9 in coverage. I will just about put money on that. Four guys down. 3 receivers to his left at the 20. Oh, we're rushing 4. What? Latu with the hit as the ball's thrown, and it's caught all the way to the 47-yard line by Ayana Moore. $18 seconds left. Should have dropped 9 in coverage and just sent 2. Latu about had him, though. I will give him that. Latu hit him as he released the football. All right, shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. 4 guys down. Quick throw over the middle is a DK. He slides at the 40. They're looking to spike the ball. They have 0 timeouts. They spike it with 6 seconds left. They're going to kick a field goal here. That was kind of stupid, really. He should have waited for the clock to go down to 3 or so before he spiked it. It's going to be a long field goal. Allowed 2 sacks in 1 half, Bruce. The offensive line did not do good. That or it was a coverage sack, which is quite possible. That last one. Long field goal upcoming. 57 yards, 58 yards upcoming. And right now, the Titans are beating the Colts in yardage. The Titans are beating the Colts in yardage right now. I'm almost positive. I'll look at the overall stats as soon as this kick is up. This is a long. Now, Sly's got a leg. I will say that. He most definitely can make this long ass field goal. But it's like 57, 56, 58 yards. Yeah. I was right the first time. 58 yards on the right hash. Snap, kick is up, and that's wide right. No score difference. 1 second left on the clock. I said he's got the leg to make it, but it was wide right. Colts, I think, are just going to knee this sucker. Come on, let's go into the knee. Are we going to go into victory for them? No, they're not. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Oh, Daniel Jones. Are they going to line up for a freaking Hail Mary? Nope, he's just going to throw it down at Pierce's feet. That's an incompletion that's going to count against Daniel Jones. The offensive line just hasn't played very good, in all honesty, this first half. All right, so let's look at the team stats right now. Oh, no, they're not beating us in yardage. I figured they would be. 174 to 205, very close. Passing yards, 130 for the Colts, 103 for the Titans. 75 rushing yards for the Colts, 71 rushing yards for the Titans. Yards per play. Titans are beating us 7 to 6.6. 14 first downs for the Colts, 8 for the Titans. They're 50% on third down, 3 of 6. We're only 25% on third down, 1 of 4. We do have 6 more plays, 31 to 25. They're saying 3 sacks the Colts have allowed this game in the half. Wow. 2 punts. And we're only winning the time of possession by 2 minutes. Player stats. Cam Ward, 8 of 13, 109 yards and a touchdown. Tajay Spears, 4 carries, 47 yards. That's about 12 yards a carry. Pollard has 5 carries for 20 yards. That's 4 yards a carry. So if you take that up, that's about 7 yards a carry. Little over 7 yards a carry we're giving up rushing on 9 carries. DK has 4 catches, 69 yards, and Ayamanor has 2 catches for 32, and then Gunnar Helm has that catch for a touchdown. McCreary's got a sack. Dramont Jones has a sack, and Sweat has a sack. That's 3 sacks to Colts. We gave up 7 all the way up to this point through 7 games, and we've given up 3 this game alone. Offensive line's not playing well. Daniel Jones, that last incomplete kind of hurt him a little bit. 13 of 19, 146 and a touchdown. Still playing a pretty clean game, though. Taylor, 8 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. That's 9 yards a carry. Pittman has 6 catches, 68 yards and a touchdown. Warren has 2 catches, 35 yards. Downs has 2 catches, 29. Pierce has a catch for 19 and was overthrown twice. And we got split sacks, obviously, as I said, Kenny Moore and Leatu Latu with a split sack. So that's the stats for this game. And I think one of those sacks was ruled a sack when that last snap, when Jones threw it into the ground. I think they listed that as a sack because of the fact that it wasn't close enough to Alec Pierce, and they're calling it intentional grounding. Let's look at the halftime reports for the. I've already went through all the other games. Let's look at the Buccaneers are beating the Saints 14-3. Obviously, the Colts right now beating the Titans by 10, 17-7. Broncos beating the Cowboys, like beating them. Almost halftime, 27-10. Patriots whoop the Browns. Texans beat the Niners. Bills mollywop the Panthers. The Jets and Bengals, 39-38. Offensive game, apparently. Ravens beat the Bears, 30-16. Dolphins beat the Falcons, 34-10. And as we know, the Chargers beat the Vikings. Is what it is. Got ourselves a super chat. I need to get into that real quick. What up, TJ? Chris needs to make a trade for a defense if we are going to do anything against an elite playoff team. You need to. Here's the thing. It's been known he's making calls, but you got to have people that are willing to trade, right? We have been told, for instance, Crosby, not for trade. It's been announced. Sauce Gardner, not for trade. It's been announced. Like, teams are not coming off of their star players, okay? And you need 2 to tango. There's a reason why we haven't had a trade in the entire NFL the last couple weeks, right? And it's not just the Colts. Everybody's a buyer. No one wants to sell. And that's the problem. But I get where you're coming from. I'd love to get an upgrade at cornerback. But I don't know if we can do that because no one wants to come off a decent cornerback because they're rare right now. But appreciate the super chat, my guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to refresh my tea and relieve myself. And I will be back to start the second half. Let me go ahead and change the quarter up real fast. That way it's done and out the way. And I will be back shortly. And I'm back. Excuse me. Still only allowed a touchdown in the first half. I'm not upset with our defense at all. The offensive line, though, is having problems. Receivers, when they have a chance at the ball, they're doing okay. Offensive line's run blocking very well, but they're not pass blocking very well. And I don't know if it's, like I said, I need to see the all 22 to be able to force blame. Is it the quarterback's fault? Is it the receivers not getting open? Is the offensive line just not holding up their end? I need to see the all 22. First 3 drives look good. After that, not so much. Not so much. I'll tell you what. I think Jones will probably play next week since he was limited all week. He'll probably be taken off IR and be able to play against the Steelers. We get Ward back. That's a huge boost. And we should have Ward back well before, during the bye week, right? Because it was a concussion. I have a feeling we're going to be pretty healthy, barring more injuries. Knock on wood, right? Barring injuries heading into the Chiefs game. So that's something to look forward to. Yeah, that's why he went to IR, to give him plenty of time to recover from that concussion, the second one. And I 100% to all you guys saying we need to run Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, again, you got to remember, this is Shane Steichen's offense, and he wants to pass first in the first half and run the ball in the second half. And that's just what he does. What I don't understand is if it's not broke, don't go away from it. If Jonathan Taylor is averaging 9 yards a damn carry, let him run the ball. That's just my thought process on that, right? Final word. Appreciate you subscribing. Game should be coming up. Pittman had 2 really great catches in that first half. Hell, on one drive. Oh. But yeah. We've gotten a lot of quarterback hits on Ward, and pressure. We're just not bringing him down, and that's a problem. Hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So, 2nd down and 7. Shotgun. Man in motion, running back to his right. Steps up into the pocket, wide open at the 48-yard line. Blackman, what are you doing punching at the ball when he's already knocked down? You touched down. That could have been a penalty. Wide open. My goodness. 1st and 10 at the 49. Under center. Single setback. It's a jet sweep. Latu's trying to chase him down and forces him out of bounds after a pickup of 2. Good chase right there by Latu. Chasing down a receiver. That was impressive by Latu. Second and I'm going to say 8. Well, I'm sure he picked up 2 on that. Shotgun. Running back to his left. That's a false start. Come on, guys. They're going to tackle after a catch. It'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3 upcoming, but that sure looked like a false start to me. Guy jumped. Well, that's awesome. My stream just died. Thanks. Oh, we got a loss of 1. Was that a sack or a stop on the run? Because that I missed it. Are they going for it? On 4th and 4? Nope, they're not going for it. They're punting. Good stop by the defense. My stream keeps messing up. Let's try a different link. Now I don't know. Did it show the punt? What happened on the punt? Because I'm watching ads right now. Grover Stewart's been solid against the run so far. He's gotten in the back a couple times now and got tackles for loss, which is good to see. Thank you, Sierra. Appreciate you. So we're going to take it at the 20. I hope so, Greg. I really do. I absolutely hope you're right. He wanted to go for it on 4th and 4. Under center, single setback. That's a handoff. That's JT. And he's gone. 30, 35, 40, 45, 40, 40. Gone. Touchdown. Holy crap. 75-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Taylor. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They had loaded the box, and he just took it 75 freaking yards. You can't stop JT for 80 yards, not 75, 80 yards for a touchdown. Great blocking up front. Taylor just outran the defense, stayed in bounds. Wow. Tiptoed the sideline. Wow. Wow. Well, that was a scoring drive. One play. Extra point is good. That's his longest touchdown run of his career. 80 yards and a tug. Wow. Holy poop skittles, Batman. Well, Jonathan Taylor deserves a breather after that one. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about an 80-yard touchdown run for JT. If anyone deserves it, JT does. Dude, I think Jonathan Taylor's averaging damn near 20 yards a carry right now. Right? Taylor's averaging 20 yards a carry. My internet just took a crap. This is just stupid. Just wow. That's a way to start a game, I'll tell you that. Or the half. 9 carries, 152 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor so far today. And we still got a whole half left. That's a good question, Scott. I have no idea what the record is for hat tricks. Why is my internet acting funny? I literally reset my router. I reset my router before I started. Oh, yeah, probably, Greg. Probably. All right, here comes the kickoff. He's going to take that at the 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, pushed out around 28. Before pushed out. That was a win there. Taylor's just 1 touchdown away from tying Edgerrin James' all-time Colts history rushing touchdowns. 1, he could tie it this game. That's back when Tomlinson had 25 touchdowns in a game in a season, something like that. holds the record for most touchdowns in a season by one player. All right, we're going to hand the football off, and he's hitting the backfield for a loss of 2 by Pratt. 2nd down and 12 upcoming. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's keep it up. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, running back to his left at the 28-yard line. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Forced out of the pocket, rolls to the right. He's out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd down and 12 upcoming. He was open, just did not get the ball where it needs to be. He just yeah. Oh, he had to throw it high because Kenny Moore would have intercepted the shit out of that ball had he not. So, third and 12. Here comes the Colts showing blitz out of nowhere. They got 9 guys on the line. They send a bunch of people. He ain't going nowhere. Picked up 2, forced a punt, got back to the 30. Great job, defense right there, getting that stop. Kenny Moore's a stud. I'll tell you, snipping out screens and making tackles. Kenny Moore's we have missed Kenny Moore, right, for the last few games. Here comes the punt. I mean, he was back last week, but fair catch, 26-yard line. And that's where the Colts, and that's where Jonathan Taylor will take his next touchdown run from. Damn it. Shout out to everybody in here. Appreciate each and every one of them. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. They had a loaded box, and that's why Taylor was able to take that to the house last time. That and his speed. Yeah, they did, Speed. That's a good. I think they were a little fired up after Jonathan Taylor's touchdown. That was one of the better outings that they had this game so far. All right. Let's go score another touchdown. That's what we need. We need to go score another touchdown. That'd make me feel a little bit better about this game. Shout out to Scotty, $10. Drop in the tip jar in the link in the description and what's scrolling across the bottom. He says, thanks for being here. Go Colts. Appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the $10 tip, man. Thank you so much. I'm always trying to be here. It's fun being a Colts fan for the first time in years, and everybody knows that. It's absolutely fun being a Colts fan. Oh, wow. He'll be the first player in history with one more touchdown to have 3 straight games of 3 touchdowns. And loaded the box. Taylor is going to get stopped for a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14 upcoming. How did Bijan do anyhow? Because everybody was saying Bijan's the best running back in football. 2nd and 13, takes a snap, steps up, throws, caught. Pittman stays on his feet, picks up the first down, crosses the 40. Wow. Michael Pittman Jr. quietly having an incredible night with highlight play after highlight play after highlight play. Slips, damn near falls, stays in bounds, and keeps going. That was pretty. Under center, single setback, downs in motion. Here comes lots of pressure. Taylor cuts up the center, picks up 4. Oh, that's not Taylor. That's Abdullah. Oh, that's not Abdullah. Is it? Oh, we got injury on the field. Picks up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming. Oh, that is Abdullah. All right. With the injury, I wonder if Taylor's going to come back in or not. I mean, it's not like Taylor's got a whole bunch of touches this game so far, right? Well, with that negative 3-yard run, Taylor is down to under 150 yards rushing and under 15 yards a carry. Man, he's just, wow. What are you going to do with Taylor now? I mean, he's under 15 yards a carry. You got to bench him. Jeez. Yeah, Pittman has just been out there just quietly having a studly game, making really good play after really good play. KDC, trade him. I think there's a line in JT's contract when he drops under 15 yards a carry, we can cut his pay in half. Right? Jeez. My goodness. I am curious what he did this game. I'm going to look real quick. Who was it? Or did he even play this week? Oh, is he hurt? I think Bijan's not. I think Bijan might be hurt. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Taylor in there to his right. Doolin inside. Stack to the left. Takes a handoff. Taylor cuts in, out. Crosses the 45 and at first there's a flag. I hope that's not holding. Holding. That's on Gonsalves. Damn it. Oh yeah, that's holding. He got beat pretty bad. 3rd down and 13. It's definitely a passing down. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right. Takes a snap. There's a blitz. He's going for all the marbles. That's holding, and he still caught the ball. Alec Pierce to the 10. Wow. Alec Pierce knew that shit was coming at some point. Oh, my goodness. The cornerback, had a hold of, was, hugging him. And he still came down with that football. Wow. What a catch by Alec Pierce. One-on-one. I said before this game, if you're getting one-on-ones because Tennessee is they're hurrying up, takes the snap, 4-man rush, it's a dump off to Taylor, who gets wrapped up. He gets back to about the 10, though. It'll be 2nd down and 8 upcoming. But you're going to load the box. Alec Pierce is that dude. Alec Pierce is that dude, right? And they've taken a couple shots at him so far. All right. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. 45 of you in here. Please smash that like button. Shotgun, empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left. Taylor wide left. Takes a snap. Steps back. You better throw it. He throws it away. Good job. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. This is where you go with a misdirection play. This is where you go with a misdirection play. And set it up with motion. Like a little screen or a tight end slipping out into the flat, something like that. This is what you do. Darrell Baker's being walked off the field. Is he going to get looked at for a concussion? That's possible. All right, 3rd down and 8. Shotgun. Running back to his left. 3 receivers to his right. Is anyone going to go in motion here? No. Looks like they're sending 5. It's like a linebacker blitz they're showing. Nope, they drop 1 back. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got room. He throws it. Touchdown. Josh Downs. Beautiful pass. Finding Josh Downs for his touchdown. And the Colts just broke. There's a flag on the play. Late flag. Downs just noticed there was a flag. Downs and Pierce are walking off the field. Defensive holding, that's declined. I'm going to assume Jones rolls out of the pocket and Downs noticed and ran with him. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Downs just kind of slipped out into the open spot. Good job by Josh finding the open spot in the zone and going with Daniel to give him a target to throw to. Daniel Jones is the only quarterback to throw for at least 200 yards and a touchdown in every game this year. Wow. All right, let's change this up 31. Party's just getting started. Right, Scott? You know, now I'm talking to a lot of you, okay? Because before he was even signed, I wanted Jones, said he'd be great for the team. I said Daniel Jones is not as bad as what his record and stats look like at the Giants. And then when he was announced as a starter, I said he's going to be a good player. Watch, he's great for this offense. And I took a lot of shit from a lot of people. All right. But I stuck to my guns. I saw what I saw on tape. Right? Saw what I saw on tape. Tried to break it down, right, on tape to show you guys what I see. And honestly, he's outperforming what I noticed. He is playing better than what even I saw. He's got more of an arm throwing wise than what I saw on his Giants tape because he could throw some deep balls with some zip on it. And I wasn't seeing that before. I saw mid-range zip, but deep balls not so much. You're absolutely right, Scott. He's playing MVP style football right now. He absolutely is. Well, I did not. I mean, I took more crap on X than I did here, but I did take a lot of crap here. A lot of you go back to like my film room with Daniel Jones, and I took a lot of shit in the comments. All right, here comes the kickoff. He's going to take that at the 4, gets to the 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh, cuts up the middle. He's got some room. Gets past the 35, past the 40 to the 42-yard. There is a flag on the play. But he got all the way to the 42 as it stands right now. Holding on the return team. This is coming back. Is that Ed Hockley? I'm still holding my guns. I'm going to stick to my guns. I said 44-17 was what I predicted, and I'm going to stick with that, Sierra. I don't know if anyone else wants to change theirs, but that's what I said. 44-17, and I'm going to stick to it. They're only 2 touchdowns away from doing that, and there's still a whole quarter left. They're covering right now at 15.5 points. Under center, single setback, big formation, stacked to the right. Fakes the handoff, and he's got room. Oh, nice blast right there by Cam Bynum to knock that ball loose. 2nd and 10. You're right, KDC. And it's amazing what competent quarterback play makes this offense look like, right? Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of soft zone now that we're up by 3 touchdowns, 4 scores. We're up 4 scores, guys. We're going to start seeing softer zone. 4-man rush, throws over the middle. What a catch. What a throw. All the way to the 45-yard line to the tight end. That was a nice throw by Cam Ward. That was a damn nice throw by Cam Ward. First and 10 at about the 45, I think. Under center, no, at the 40, sorry. Single setback, 3 receivers to his left. Colts switching things up. Quick throw over the middle. Tight end picks up 3. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Why is that offensive lineman pushing Zaire Franklin in the back? Where's the flag for that shit? After the play was over, Zaire was trying to get up, and their offensive lineman pushed him in the back. What the hell? That's right, cops. You should go after that offensive lineman. Second down and 6 upcoming. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left at the 44-yard line. Quick throw to the sideline. Did he catch that? I think that's out of bounds. Nope. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 6. The receiver could not get his other foot down. Cam Bynum out there smiling. He's happy. Let's get this stop right here. 3rd down and 6. Anarumo's calling for something. Colts, everybody on the line of scrimmage right now. Cam single high safety. Shotgun. Takes a snap. They're sending everybody. And he's got room. Throws a bad pass. Forcing a bad pass. Wow, I didn't expect the Colts to actually send the house. I know they lined up everybody, but usually they'll drop somebody. Ward was absolutely scared for his life and threw that ball away. Now, they're down this much. They're probably going to go for it. When they're down 4 scores, this is probably a chance to go for it. 4th and 6, they are going for it. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Colts changing up their line. We just got pass interference. Wow. Edwards with a pass knocked the receiver down. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. I don't see that. Automatic first down on Kenny Moore. And Edwards, both. Kenny's saying that the guy was flopping, but Edwards definitely held. Under center, 1st and 10. It's a toss sweep to the left. He's down, picked up a yard and a half. 2nd down and long, upcoming. Hey, you gotta be careful with Tajay. He is a little quick little sucker. Second and 9. I hope so, Hermit. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left at the 50. Get him. 4-man rush. Quick throw over the middle. Bind him with the tackle after he picks up about 5. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. Now they're calling it 3. Prayers out to Scattaboo and his family after the injury he took today. Shotgun. Colts showing everybody. Only got 3 in coverage right now. Got 8 people on the line. They drop out of it. And he threw a bad pass. 4th down and 3. They're definitely going for it here. They dropped out. We had an unblocked rusher because of that lineup. Forced Ward to throw a bad ball. And that's what pressure does. It forces people say, well, just because we got a high pressure percentage don't mean that we're doing good. Yeah, it does, because it forces quarterbacks to run out of the pocket. It forces them to throw before they're ready to. Forces them to throw bad decisions. Pressure is important. 3 receivers to the left, running back to the right. 5-man roll. Oh, Buckner! Buckner with a sack. Oh, he moved right past the lineman. DeForest Buckner with a drive ender. There you go, Buck. Back-to-back games with sacks. Oh, the swim move from Buckner is nasty. The swim move from Buckner. Now the Colts take over in their own territory. Hell, or in Titans territory. Under center, single setback. It's a toss sweep. Taylor is going to go. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Colts looking to kill the clock. I'm going to go ahead and change this to the 4th quarter because it's only a minute left. That way I don't forget, okay? Please don't hurt me for changing it a hair early. Yeah, we should. Yeah, I agree with you, KDC. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun, running back to his right. 3 receivers to his left. Nope, split receivers. Takes a snap, quick pass. That's Michael Pittman. Picks up 9. Again, he catches that in tight-ass window with his hands and then uses his body and weight and strength to pick up another 3 yards. Pittman is just studying right now. Love Pittman's workhorse attitude in the game. Absolutely love it. Almost 100 yards for him. 3rd down and 1, shotgun, left wing formation, downs in motion. We're going to hand it off. No, he fakes it. And quick pass. That was to Pierce. It was not a good ball. It's 4th down and 1. The Colts will punt. Or are they going to go for it? This is no man's zone. I think you go for it. Take the quarterback sneak. Actually, you know what we haven't seen yet? Let's do a quarterback draw. That's something that's not been on the plate at all this year. He's lining up under center. At the 36, 7-yard line. Toss sweep. Taylor's got this all day. 4 yards. With him being under center, it crowded the line. They brought the defense in, which allowed Taylor's speed to get to the outside edge. That's a really, really good one right there, Scott. No, it's not. Because it wasn't even the 4th quarter yet. So it's not rude to go for it on 4th down. Now, if it's like the last drive of the game and you're up 4 scores, absolutely, that's cold-blooded. But at this point in the game, no, score as many points as you can. Carl with a nice super chat here. Thanks for the $5 in the super chat, Carl. Colts are the number 1 team in the NFL. What a great season we are watching. And you are absolutely 100% correct. 100% correct. Like I said earlier, man, this is a season I haven't been this excited about a football season since Andrew Luck's his comeback player of the year season. When Andrew Luck won comeback player of the year, that's when the last time I was excited, right? This excited about the Colts team. Is anyone with me on that? Right? And then he retires the next year. Right? But that was the last time I was this excited about an Indianapolis Colts team. Yes, some tiebreakers do come down to total points. Absolutely. 44 of you in here. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. Don't forget, members get early access to any videos that I drop. Okay? It could be a couple hours. It could be a day. Depends upon what and when that I'm dropping. Plus, Patreon members, and that link is in the description as well. All Patreon members get at least one Patreon-only video every month. I'll try to do 2, but they get at least one. Now, I dropped one, what was it, last week or the week before? So I'll be due for another one in a week or 2. But I've already dropped one for Patreon members. And don't forget, I have my merch shop with my new merchandise design. I've got it about as low as I possibly can. I only make $5 on the merch. The quality of the clothes and stuff is really, really good. I'll look at the Colts hats, though, in my merch shop and maybe put that on a hat. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Stays in the pocket. We're going to dump it off, and that's Tyler Warren with a 1st down. And there's a flag on the play as he crosses the 20. And we got a defensive holding. We're going to decline that. And the Colts are going to take the 1st down. Alec Pierce, I bet, was beating the safety bad. And probably got held. What up, Tempest? It probably will. Sometime if the Colts score this drive, there's a good chance I think that we do. I think we'll put in our backups. If we score a touchdown on this drive, I think it's at that point that we'll start playing our backups. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Taylor Gets the toss. He cuts up the center. And he's fighting. Touchdown. 3 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor. Breaks an NFL record and ties the Indianapolis Colts record. And Taylor was not to be denied. He was not being denied on that play. They tried to deny him. And he fought through tackles, fought through shoestring. He's like, no, I'm getting in the damn end zone. And that is not a rushing touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a passing touchdown. That counts as a pass because it's a shuffle pass. So it's not a rushing touchdown. It's a passing touchdown. Still a hat trick. That counts for both Taylor and Jones. And just like that, Jonathan Taylor now has 3 touchdowns on the day. He's under 13 yards a carry, though. But he's got 3 touchdowns. 2 catches, 10 yards, 10.5 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown passing. Daniel Jones, 21 of 29, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns. I said before this game, I expected the Colts to have about 450 yards of offense, at least. Right now, they're at 435 yards. Yeah. Or 415 after the sack penalties, you know. But total offense, like actual offense, 430. Oh, no, you don't go for 2. No, you don't go for 2. I think we're done seeing Jonathan Taylor for the day. I think we're done seeing Daniel Jones for the day. I really do. We're up 5 scores, guys. We're up 5 scores. 4 touchdowns and a field goal. And we're in the 4th quarter. We're going to play soft zone defense. And I would imagine that our starters are done for the day. I get you, Speed. Yep. Pretty sure the backups will come in. 37 for JT and DJ. Wow. He's going to take it at the 4, gets to the 20. Runs into his own player, gets to the 25. His own player got blocked into him. Basil. No, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the young rookie come in. Riley, right? Oh, I wouldn't have said that until after the game there, Speed, but, you know, whatever. Even though I don't believe in jinxes. All right. 1st and 10 at the 25. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands the ball off. He's tackled by Cross after picking up 4. 2nd and 6 upcoming. Yeah, I think so too, Val. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left at the 28. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Pay coming in. Oh, off the tips. 3rd down and 6 upcoming. That ball had a little too much heat on it from Ward. We got all the backups in now. 3rd down and 6, and then we just put the backups in on 3rd and 6. Quick throw over the middle, 1st down. At the 35. All of our defensive backups are in. We're going to be playing a lot of soft zone to help these backups. Shotgun takes a snap, 4-man rush. Ward gets sacked. Ran out of the pocket and out of a war way. Gets a sack himself. Good job. Even our backup defensive linemen getting pressure and sacks. 2nd down, 17 at the 29. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Soft. Bam! That should have been an interception. Ward got lit up. Number 91, crushed him. That's JTT. Absolutely crushed him. Third down and 3. Shotgun. Split receivers. Running back to his left. Tight end in motion. Here comes 4-man rush. Quick pass. Easy 1st down. Gets into Colts territory. Is Pollard. They get to the 49-yard line. And it's dark where I'm at. Shotgun at the 48. They're going to hand it off to Pollard, who's got all day to run. He's going to pick up 9. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Well, Carl, really, when you're up this much in the 4th quarter, it's what happens. It's smart football. Eat clock. That's what we did against the Chargers. That's why they were able to put up a lot of, it's garbage time stuff, right? Shotgun, split receivers, takes a snap, steps back. Ooh, JTT with a nice spin move. That's a quick pass, 1st down. Dude, that dude just spinning left, spinning right, gets to the 25-yard line and a 1st down. That's it right there, KDC. Yep. Shotgun, split receivers, running back to the right, takes a snap. That's a dump off to the tight end on a screen. He's going to get 8 yards all the way to the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 2 upcoming. You're right, Hermit. This would be the first game all year the Colts have not gotten away with a turnover. They've had a turnover every game so far this season. This will be the first one that they haven't, if it continues the way it does. Shotgun, empty backfield. 3 to his left. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. That's an incomplete pass out the side of the end zone. 3rd down and 2 upcoming. $46 of you in here. If any of you haven't hit the like button, I'd appreciate it if you do that now. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Running back to his left. Takes snap, hands the ball off to Pollard, who's going to bounce it outside and gets the 1st down and more. All the way down to about the 7. 1st and goal at the 7. Clock still ticking away. About 8:50 left in the game. Shotgun. Tight formation. They moved yeah, that didn't go nowhere. They went to wildcat formation, and that lost a yard. Clock still going. Good tackle for loss there. 2nd and goal at the 8. Shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Man in motion. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw. Nope, he dropped it. 3rd down and goal at the 8. It was a low-ass pass. Bounced off the ground. I mean, it was catchable. Third and goal here. He's dancing around. JTT getting pressure. Gallimore getting pressure. And he's sacked by Gallimore. Big one, too. 4th and goal at like the 17 or something. That's a sack for Gallimore. Not too bad. He just came in. Park. 4th and goal at the 16-yard line. Empty backfield. Takes a snap. 5-man rush. Throws over to him. Intercepted in the end zone. There's a pick. There's the turnover you were looking for, Hermit. The Colts now, that's Chris Lamons. The Colts now continue their streak with at least 1 turnover in every game this year. The interception you were looking for. There you go. Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure Riley Leonard will be in along with all the backups. Wow. What do you mean, water? I wasn't excited. I wasn't as excited about this Colts team with Rivers. Like I said, the year before that, or the 2 years before that, I should say, when Luck was comeback player of the year, I was excited then, but as excited. But this is the best the Colts have played since 07, I'd say. Right? They might even be better than the 07 team offensively. And that's saying something because the 07 team was just absolutely stacked with talent. I'm pretty sure that was the year that we had 3 1,000-yard receivers and Edge had 1,500 yards rushing. But this is an absolute stud of a game. You can't be upset with the defense. Yeah, they've given up a little bit of yardage, but not that much. A lot of that right there was garbage time yards, but they haven't even given up 300 yards of offense yet this game. 286. And the defense has played pretty damn good football. Yeah, I said that probably was the case. I figured the entire, like both sides, offense and defense, was ready for backups. All smiles on the sideline for Daniel Jones, who ends the day 21 of 29, 272 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Handoff. Riley Leonard is in. Abdullah picks up 2 on the handoff. Amen, Scott. Amen. Second down and 8. Shotgun. Tyler Goodson. Leonard kept the football, rolled forward. It'll be third down and 8 upcoming. He did get about a half a yard, so it's not a sack on the quarterback option. Greg, I think this D is going to be great once we get Ward back. Once we get Ward back, I think this defense will be really damn good. Shotgun, third down and 8 at the 22. Takes a snap, steps back, looks, quick throw over the middle, dropped. Well, I mean, it wasn't dropped. There was coverage, just wasn't caught. And here comes the punt on 4th and 7. He threw that in a really tight spot. Hard for Ogletree to come up with that ball. Here comes the punt. 5.5 minutes left in the game. Fair catch at the 32-yard line. Yeah, it will, Basil, and make a big difference because that's tighter coverage, right? Which will allow our defensive players to actually get something going. The Colts defense this game has an interception and 4 sacks. Agreed. Then now you'll be able to play more man coverage with more blitzes if you want. Shotgun, split receivers, running back to the left. Colts playing press. 4-man rush. Bad throw by Ward. There's a flag. It's probably going to be holding on number 41. Yep, pass interference. And that's Trey Washington. I can expect a few flags by backups who never, ever get to play, right? So I'll give them a pass every once in a while. Shotgun, four receivers to the left. No, three. That's a quick pass, a little too high. 2nd and 10, off his fingertips. .522 left in the game. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right, at the 50, 2nd down and 10, takes a snap, 4-man pressure, throws over the middle, he's got the first down, and more. Goes out about the 33. Like I said, garbage time yards and points against backups. It's a running back. He ain't going nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 upcoming at the 33. I hope that wasn't a rare blip in the basal situation. Shotgun, split receivers, takes a snap, 4-man rush, and he's going to throw it, right over the shoulder to the tight end for a catch. That was a nice catch right there. Basal to Helm. That was a beautiful pass, though. And great catch by stretching out and getting that along the sideline. 1st and 10 now in the red zone. Empty backfield, shotgun. Nope, we got a running back to his right now. 3 receivers to his left. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. JTT keeps falling down. That was a dump off to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard. JTT keeps falling down in his rush. He's not looking good. It's like the 3rd time this drive alone that I've seen JTT fall down. That explains why. Garbage time spoiler. That explains, I think, why JTT's not been a starter, not getting a lot of snaps. Delayed handoff to the running back, who's now going to cut it up the middle, and he's going to get inside the 5 to about the 4. 3rd down and 2. You're good, Basal. It's not a thing that you normally do. Shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers in bunch. Now one of them's in motion. Takes a snap. Watch it. Yeah. Good coverage there by Rodney Thomas. 4th down and 3. 4th and 2, really. I don't know why they keep saying 3. Chance for the Colts to stop them from scoring on this drive and end the game with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Come on, guys. Let's get the stop right here. Under center. Single setback. They're going to hand the football off to and he walks in for a touchdown. Tajay Spears got the touchdown. And here's the kick. And it's 38-14. Remember when a lot of you was getting a little bit worried or getting close to halftime? It was like, oh no, Colts might end up losing this game or it's getting too close, blah, blah, blah. No, it never was. It's like last week against the Chargers. Everybody was worried, and I kept saying I'm not worried because the Chargers ain't even getting within 2 touchdowns. They're not getting inside 14 points. They never did. Two and a half minutes left in the game. I want to thank everybody for being here. Colts are 7-1. A hell of a game by the Colts. Kind of went pretty much how everybody thought it would, right? Nah, they know the game's over. They're going to kick it. The only way you onsides it if you think you have a chance to win. That went out the back of the end zone. Colts get the ball at 35. Run the ball 3 times. Let the clock tick out. Let the game go over. They're in under center. Doolin in motion. Takes a snap, hands the ball off. He's going to cut up the middle. Goes nowhere. Well, let's see if the Titans call a timeout. If they don't, game's over. Yeah, they're not calling timeout. They're just going to run it out. I wouldn't worry about it, Scott. This is called a gentleman's game. You run the ball 3 times. You let it go down to the last second, punt the ball, and then they'll kneel it and let the game go over. That's how you end it. That's called a gentleman's game, right? That's called being respectful. Now, obviously, you run the ball a couple times, and if you get a first down, you get a first down. But if you don't, just punt the ball and let them kneel it or whatever, because the game was over. 100%, Greg. 100%. Two-minute warning. Let's go look at what the NFL looks like right now. Bucks thumped the Saints 23-3. Broncos destroying the Cowboys 44-17. Holy crap. Packers Steelers should be interesting after this game. So Bijan did play, but he only had 2.8 yards a carry on 25 carries on 9, and he had 3 catches for 23 yards. Jonathan Taylor just took that whole, because everybody was saying, oh, Bijan's better than Taylor. Whatever. I only have so much time to do stuff. I do work on the side. Plus, I have a family. Plus, I do all of this. So I can't watch a bunch of college stuff. I mean, if I didn't have an actual job, then I'd have more time to do other things. Right wing formation, shotgun. We're going to hand it off. He's going to scoot forward, pick up a yard. 3rd down and 10 up. 3rd down and 9 upcoming. No, I have not played BattleTech, Jeremy. Wait, I might have. Is that like mechs? Because I played a game that was like mechs once, and it was not Warhammer. Shotgun, takes a snap, quick throw over to the intercept. Oh, I thought that was picked. Definitely a chance for a pick. And I had papers that had like the mech drawing that I had on it, and you had to like fill in dots for armor and your energy. It was kind of like Mech Warrior, but board game wise. I did that back in my 20s. 4th down and 8, 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Love Mech Warrior. There's the punt. I'm not 100%, but I think running into the kicker might be here. Because I'm pretty sure someone ran into freaking... They're not going to call a flag on it. Well, it's kind of nice that a lot of you guys into very similar stuff that I am. Mech Warrior was one of my favorite video games, like PC video games. Growing up. They're under center, big formation. They're going to hand the ball up. They're going to run it now. And he's going to pick up 6. 2nd down. Are they just going to let the clock run out? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Mech Warrior game from the 90s. Mech Warrior Mercenaries was my favorite one. It was an awesome game. Under center, man in motion. They're going to... No, they didn't wait until the end. He gets tackled for a loss at about the 19. It'll be 3rd down and 6 upcoming. That's awesome. Last Mech Warrior game I ever played was Mech 4. And that's the end of the game right there. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hold on, because I just got another... Wow. Share screen. Scott in here dropping another $20 into the tip jar. Appreciate you, Scott. Time to believe in Colts. Love that wordplay. Win for Jim. Abso-freaking-lutely. This was another good, solid win for the Indianapolis Colts, even though the Titans are widely considered the worst team in football, them and the Jets. I still say that, the game was never in doubt, and they blew the heck out of them, blew the doors off of them. And Indy should absolutely prepare because their stretch of really tough games, the stretch of really, really tough games is getting ready to start. Okay? Because now you got the Steelers, Falcons, bye week, Chiefs, Texans, Jags, Seahawks. That's the next 6 games. That's going to be a nice little stretch of 6 games for us. I'll tell you what. Seven and 1. You guys have a good one. This was amazing. Appreciate all of you. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This was Colts Law. The Indianapolis Colts defeat the Tennessee Titans 38-14 and go to 7-1 with their NFL leading record. And as usual, have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.